What is up, y'all? This is JT. This is kind of like an old school house right here, and as you can see, it has like a peach color, yellowish, whatever, and the floor is nice and crusty and dirty. Well, we got into here, hand sanded, all this hardwood. We're just trying to level it out now and get rid of all the high spots, and then before that came in and did some paint. So this room used to be yellow, I believe, or green maybe it was this greenish color. Well, now it's like a bluish gray. It looks blue, but really it's gray. It's hard to see, but it looks wonderful. And then you can see the difference between sanded and unsanded. And I do have a little bitty spot where I tested the color and the sheen of the polyurethane. I accidentally scratched it, by the way, with this hose. This is kind of what we're going for. Looks pretty damn good. It's really dusty in here, but yeah, that's what we're going for. Looks beautiful. It's gonna look nice against the light colored walls. So ceiling is somewhat painted, although I took the roller and just rolled the sides. So I'm gonna have to touch up the ceiling, hopefully get a ceiling fan in. But yeah, I had to re-nail all these boards all along this wall. I don't know if I nailed those yet. Nailed all these all the way across, even in the closet. None of them were nailed, they were all loose. So trim all had to come out. Nail all the way around. We're gonna cover up with trim. I wanna get rid of this. This is garbage. But yeah, it's gonna look pretty nice, I'd say, compared to what it looked like. Holy shit. All these blinds are gonna come down, the windows. I don't know if they're gonna be replaced or if we're gonna paint them. We'll figure it out as we go. Because a lot of the wood is damaged. But it looks okay, except for areas like this. We're gonna have to use a bigger baseboard, probably about a 4.5 inch baseboard, to cover up some oopsies. And then in spaces like this, we're gonna spray some spray foam that has the pesticide stuff in it, also in this corner as well. And any place that looks like it needs it, like in here. This really needs it because there was all kinds of roach eggs, and there's some you can see. Those are roach eggs, I believe. And there's all kinds of junk in here. I'm gonna vacuum all that out. I'm gonna seal it up before I put trim. Oh, I couldn't see that before, but there's a lot. See, there's some right there. I think those are eggs, or I don't know what they are. Roach shit. But yeah. Gonna paint this ceiling, get this one in here, probably just white, or maybe use some of the gray. It looks kind of blue, but like when I turn, it looks kind of gray. But this is kind of what the whole house is gonna look like. Just getting the one room getting nice and beautiful. And they say, oh, you can't sand by hand. Oh, that's fine and dandy, but if you have the time and you're willing, and the patience, and you're willing to put in the work, you can do it just fine. Just 40 grit on the first one, because it's all I can find. 20 if you can find it. That'll take off more wood, especially if you're using DAs. I got a battery operated one. She's using this one. This one doesn't vibrate as much. This one will rip right out of your hand. It is so powerful. But yeah. And then once you get the first part of the finish off, you gotta look out and try to take all the high spots down and level it out. And then once we get all that done, we gotta clean up and prepare for stain. All the dust has to be removed from the whole house. Doot doot. All the dust has to be removed from the whole house unless we block this off with a door, because the dust will screw up the stain and the polyurethane. As you can see from my little experiment, anything will land on it and it will stick. Like any of this little dirt and dust, if it does that before it's dry, and I accidentally ran the hose across it. But this is just a little test, and it looks beautiful. Old, new. And I just did this in like 10 minutes. Old, new. So, look at the dust flying. And I also have other things to fix as well. Yay!